Hi guys and welcome to today's video. Now I'm going to teach you about the letter C. The letter C for a graphologist means social environment. C represents that thought process that allows you to deal with the outside world. Something that is not familiar, something that is not home. Home is an enclosed space where we had comfort zone, we had familiarity, but the social environment is where something is always dynamic, always something changing, and that mindset we want to see through the handwriting. Couple of videos ago, I had explained the topic of letter A. We came to know about the person's mindset at home through the formations of letter A. If we compare today's video of letter C and that video of letter A, we are able to come to know, is the person comfortable at home more or social more? Is he able to be introverted or extroverted? At home or social environment? We'll be able to compare all that, and I'll be explaining that in this video today. So let's get started with the first formation of letter C. Letter C is a simple curve which goes from here. It takes a left turn, goes down and comes out right. So this is a simple formation of letter C. The width of it and the height of it is proportional. It looks well curved. This means that when the person has to be in the social environment, he's quite comfortable and he's quite easygoing in terms of dealing with people, friends, situations. And as I said, social environment is always changing. You can't predict anything. He's able to do that. He's able to take care of it and he's able to enjoy his social life. Now, when the person's letter C becomes thin, it gets squeezed. That is when the person feels a bit pressurized, a bit almost anxious about social environment. Given a choice, he would not like to be out in the world and he would prefer not to be in the social environment too much. Now the thing is that when you have this sort of a C in your handwriting, it does not always show that you are uncomfortable in the social environment. It could also show that you just don't want to go out, you just want to stay at home and you just want to relax, or you just want to avoid uncertainty. When the person has this sort of a letter C, where it's quite broad and a bit flat from top, it looks very squeezed. The previous C, we saw the squeezing happening more on a vertical line, and now the third C we are seeing is at the horizontal line. This formation shows that there's a kind of a lethargic mindset or a laziness when it comes to social environment. If you ask this person to, let's go out for a picnic, let's go to the mall, let's go for a drive, anything which involves social environment, there's going to be a lethargy in the response of the person. He's going to feel more relaxed but out of laziness. Do you want to go to the picnic? He's like, yeah, okay, let's go. He'll take his own time to dress up, he'll drive the car comfortably, and yes, it may make the person relaxed in the social environment, but that does not mean that he's comfortable. He finds it more like a burden or more of a obligation that somebody told me to come out, that's why I've come out, otherwise I would have just not bothered. So this is a person who doesn't really enjoy social life too much and he just wants to chill out half the time. Now when a C gets this sort of a formation, okay, do you see the stroke fading? There's the C, there's the extra stroke and there's a fading. Now extra stroke, as we saw previously in the letter A video, extra stroke means extra thinking, brooding. So a person who writes a C with an extra stroke, this leads to overthinking about social environment. And since this extra stroke comes after the C, they will tend to think about what has happened in the social environment. Let's say you're walking on the road and you almost saw an accident about to happen. Now a person with a normal C, he will get affected and he will shrug it off. He'll not think about it too much. But this person will tend to brood about it. What if the person would have banged the car, what would have happened if this would have happened, and there will be a lot of situations running in the person's mind. Is this good or bad? We don't know. But if it ends in this formation where it becomes a faded line, the line becomes faded, sharp, like a pen flick, that is when we've got a trouble where the person's post thought, the extra thought, is now going to irritate. It's going to be more negative in nature, and it's going to make him not enjoy the social environment. Let's give you an example. I've gone to a restaurant, I've enjoyed my meal, I'm having a good time. If you see, the letter C is actually good information. Without this formation, the letter C looks good as this. So I have enjoyed my dinner, and I have enjoyed my outing with my friends and family or whoever I was being around with. But now what happens is, because I am brooding about what's happened, I must have seen something odd, and now my opinion about it is more towards the negative side. Therefore, now this entire letter gets the feeling of negativity. So a time and a moment which I have enjoyed now gets the label of a negative experience. So I'll be talking to my friends and say, yeah, I did enjoy the dinner, but after that what happened was really irritating. So I felt the day went bad. They label the whole day as bad because of one or two incidents that could have been uncomfortable. And actually, if you see, this ending stroke, this fade, is happening on the extra stroke. So first of all, he didn't require to brood about his thoughts too much, and that brooding led to the irritation. So whenever you're writing any letter, it's not about the letter C. It's about letter A, it's about letter H, letter X, any letter. If there's an extra stroke that is not required by the letter, that means you're going to have a post thought. You're going to have a post thinking. Now, this is good in certain situations. Let's say if you are a economic analyst, if you are a financial planner, if you are an career guidance coach, these aspects are good. But if you are ending the stroke with a pen flick, then you got a more frustrated mindset. If you end the stroke with a stop, with a thick ink, that means that the thought will be more positive and more affirming. Now that you've understood that the letter C means social, and we've seen different types of mindset in these letters, let's compare them to the letter A and see what they mean. So in the previous video, I had explained about the letter A over here, and this is letter C. Let's take an example. In a handwriting, if you see this A and this C, okay, the third A and the second C, it shows that he is feeling lazy at home and slightly more uncomfortable in social environment. Lazy, home, uncomfortable, and feeling a little stressed, or let's say not able to enjoy the social environment that much. Let's say if you analyze another sample and you get this sort of a and this sort of a C. Can you imagine what's going to happen now? He's going to be quite comfortable and happy at home. He's going to be relaxed. He's going to get his work and whatever responsibilities. But in the social environment, there's always something he keeps on brooding about, of what happened negatively, and he feels that there's always something going to go wrong when he goes in the social environment. Let's take another example. What if the person has got this A and this C? Now this would lead to a person having frustration at home, brooding about unnecessary things at home, but quite comfortable in a social environment. So at home he'll be having a headache, he goes out to the cafe and relaxes and he feels much better. Okay. Now I want you to look at your handwriting and see what combination of A and C you have, and try to look at yourself and see where you are comfortable and where you're not. Work on yourself, and if you want to share your handwriting with us, please post it on facebook.com/graphologic, and I'll be preparing the next video, which will be the letter D. In the D, we are going to see how the person deals with food and physicality. So thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next one.